Subscribe right now because what you're about to hear will make everything you thought you knew about Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, and Benny Blanco feel like surface-level noise compared to the deeper, darker game that's actually unfolding behind the cameras, because this isn't just old exes moving on. This is a four-person emotional war disguised as celebrity life, where every lyric, every birthday post, every brand launch, and every unfollow hides a blow in a battle for power, identity, and validation. And if you think that's dramatic, then just look at the pattern. Selena Gomez has been moving in silence, appearing stronger, more radiant, and more focused than ever. But behind those carefully curated smiles and dreamy videos lies a woman who has learned to weaponize nostalgia. And nothing made that clearer than her relationship with Benny Blanco going public in full cinematic glory. Because this wasn't just a romance, it was a message. Selena didn't just find love again. She found a partner willing to rewrite her narrative alongside her. A man ready to recreate iconic moments from her painful past and turn them into healing symbols of control. Like that prom night fantasy, where she turned her own heartbreak history with Justin Bieber into a dreamy prom birthday for Benny Blanco. And while fans celebrated, Justin couldn't stay quiet, because he knew exactly what that moment meant. And he responded the only way he knew how, through cryptic social media posts and melancholy lyrics ripped from the past, like when he quoted John Lennon's "Jealous Guy," hinting at regret, spiraling emotions, and losing control. And whether he meant to or not, the message was clear. He saw Selena. He felt that moment, and it stung, especially because the prom night wasn't just about love. It was about ownership, reclaiming a moment Justin once gave to Hailey Bieber. And now seeing it repackaged for Benny sent waves through the fan base, sparking debates about who's copying who and who still holds power in this tangled emotional ecosystem. And Hailey, well, Hailey has been playing her own quiet game, dropping photos with cryptic captions like "May your email never find me," right after Selena cut ties with her longtime friend Teresa Marie, who not only launched an OnlyFans but also allegedly started cozying up to Benny behind the scenes. And what's eerie is that this isn't a one-time thing, because fans have documented how Hailey repeatedly forms connections with Selena's ex-friends right after messy fallouts. Francia Raisa donated a kidney to Selena and was once considered family. But after their mysterious fallout, she started engaging with Hailey online, and the same happened with Carol Franklin, another friend who disappeared from Selena's circle, only to pop up in Hailey's digital footprint. And now Teresa. And when you step back, it looks less like coincidence and more like strategy. Like Hailey is intentionally surrounding herself with people who once knew Selena's secrets, and maybe, just maybe, using them as leverage in this quiet turf war. And then there's the branding. Selena's rare beauty is thriving, built around messages of mental health, authenticity, and healing, while Hailey's road skin has always carried that silent undercurrent of competition, especially since Hailey once tried to trademark the name Bieber Beauty, and only failed because Justin already held that trademark, which adds a layer of contradiction to her later complaints about only being seen as Justin's wife. Because if you're trying to stand on your own, why name your brand after your husband? And that's where the cracks begin to show. Because while Hailey publicly rejects the label of Justin's wife, she also leans on the power that label gives her. And when fans called out the eerie similarities between her brand launch speech and the one Selena gave in 2021 using nearly the same phrasing, it became impossible to ignore the pattern, and even more impossible to defend it as accidental. Especially since Hailey and Selena have a long history of shadowing each other's moves, whether it's fashion, makeup lines, or even emotional quotes. And while Selena remains mostly silent, letting her visuals and lyrics do the heavy lifting, fans know she's speaking volumes through what she doesn't say, because every song, every lyric, every carefully framed video seems to carry an emotional fingerprint from the past. And Benny Blanco has stepped into this with a quiet but deliberate presence. Not just as a new partner, but as a direct counter to everything Justin failed to be, because while Justin has spent the last few years unraveling emotionally, getting into public spats, and sending moody messages online, Benny has built a track record of showing up, staying grounded, and making grand gestures that echo but upgrade what came before. And fans are starting to wonder, was Benny always in the background, waiting for his moment to step in? Was this relationship a slow build rooted in years of understanding that Selena would one day need someone who could love her and protect her narrative? Because now that they're together, the moves feel too synchronized to be random. Benny's birthday post becomes a prom night, which mirrors Justin's gesture to Hailey, but this time more cinematic, more romantic, and more viral. And Justin reacts instantly, not with love for Hailey, but with emotional signals that seem aimed at Selena. And then, as if on cue, Hailey begins to mimic Selena again, posting beauty quotes that sound familiar, echoing her mental health messaging, and forming subtle alliances with Selena's old inner circle. And fans watching this all play out in Real-time feel like they're seeing a coordinated media battle unfold, where the players won't admit they're competing, but every move, every follow, every launch date tells a different story. Selena and Benny are rewriting the past, turning old wounds into power plays, while Justin and Hailey appear to be stuck in reactive mode, trying to one-up, copy, or reclaim relevance from moments they no longer control. And the wildest part is that the audience is now part of the story, because every comment, every theory, every screenshot adds fuel to the fire, and the lines between performance and reality blur more each day. So when Justin suddenly FaceTimes Charlie Puth to call out a joke from 6 years ago tied to Selena's song We Don't Talk Anymore, fans don't see it as random. They see it as a leak, a glimpse into how deeply Selena still lives in Justin's head. And they're not wrong, because the emotions, the timing, the intensity, it all points to a man who's never fully let go, even though he's married. And even though Hailey tries to act unbothered, her moves tell a different story, like when she drops vague captions or launches a product line right after Selena posts a viral moment. And the question becomes, is this still about love, or has it evolved into something else? An identity war where Selena's healing is seen as threat, Benny's support is seen as provocation, Justin's silence is seen as regret, and Hailey's branding is seen as mimicry? Because the truth is, they're all caught in the same cycle of image, emotion, and public consumption, where no one's allowed to grow in peace, and every win looks like a jab, and every loss feels like exposure. And maybe that's why this drama won't die, because it's not just about who dated who. It's about who gets to write the story now, who gets to control the version of events that the public believes. And that's why people can't stop watching, because deep down, we all know this isn't over, not even close. And the next move could be the one that changes everything. So subscribe now, because the battle between Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco, Justin Bieber, and Hailey Bieber is no longer just about relationships. It's about narrative dominance, emotional legacy, and the slow, subtle destruction of illusions built on fame.